Hello and welcome to another recording for my channel. This will be Spectres, What Lies Beneath. Now this mission is a bit longer than the previous ones, but I just want to do a quick opening up to show you where I'm up to. So I have played Spin the Wheel a few more times. I noticed now that you can only have one of this particular weapon. It's a unique weapon, can only have one. So I've only got I got 4 shields, but only one weapon. But I've also collected the 2 energy weapons plus the singularity core, which is for Romulan ships, and also I'm about to collect this one, so I'll just show you here.
Zamara has always had an excessive imagination. Everything we do
you
is
may only
for
have
the
one of this
Empire.
unique this one, so let's hail him again and
Zamara
just collect
has
that
always
last
had an excessive
war core.
imagination. Everything we do is for the Empire.
Then we'll go to this third mission. What Lies Beneath. Before we do that, I just wanted to quickly show you this. Now, I finished the last endeavor. I can't actually do this one because it's a Breen invasion, and that's this here. So I have to actually finish all of these stories before I can do that one. So I can't actually get this endeavor. But to show you the importance of the endeavors, if you finish it, you'll get these 2 loot crates. This one is an R&D loot crate, so I'm just going to move this off to the side, and it should come up with a list of things here. So that's what you get, and again this is randomized, completely randomized, plus you get this one, the weekend event, so you get 10 more common or better, 7 uncommon or better. So we'll just close that off and we'll see what else we can get. There you go, so you get that much, and then you also get this, which gives you energy credits and other stuff, but normally a lot of energy credits. So let's have a look. Okay, marks, 150,000 energy credits, marks of 150,000, and more R&D materials. So this is of your choice. So again, it's randomized. You won't get the same rewards every week. It's going to be a random assortment of rewards. So let's open up our reputation, and I want to start from the bottom, so I want to get all the competitive points I can. Let's move this off to the side. Nope, that didn't. There we go, so I want to go down. So fleet marks you'll get every time you do a queued event, so they're easy to collect, so we won't go for those, we'll go for the competitive. Accept that, and this will be 50. Go down to the bottom to competitive and collect that. So now my assets, it should go down to competitive 150. Cura. Did I open up with that? Can't remember. Dyson Sphere 14. So that's how many times I've clicked on my triples. 14 times. Then I've got 150. I must have got that from another mission. Okay, so let's start the next episode.
It's clear that the Davidians are more of a problem than we initially thought. We know they're in the neutral zone. Now we know they're on Drozana Station as well. And according to Zamara, there have already been deaths there. In addition, she indicated that the lower levels of the station were a trouble spot. Those levels aren't used as part of the club there, and they haven't been maintained for years. And the Ferengi are, of course, quite reticent to put any effort into any maintenance that isn't absolutely necessary. That means we don't really know what's down there. I want you to take a lift down and find out. I have access to Starfleet records of encounters with Davidians that have indicated that they will create nests around the temporal portals they use. So keep an eye out for anomalies. If we find the portal, we'll know where and when the Davidians are feeding.
Okay, so we have to go back to Drozana Station, and we'll get this. I think it's a unique. Yep, 1 per character. But once we collect this, I'm sure that something else will open up underneath it, like the others. So
everything we do is for the
And I parked just at Drozana Station because I knew I'd have to start here. Now, this one is a lot of clicking on consoles to activate certain things, so this one does actually take a little bit longer.
Welcome to Drozana.
Okay. So from memory, it's around the corner here. There. Just take them. And this might actually be pretty good because you get those glow sticks from the Gamma Quadrant playthrough. So they might be actually useful in this particular mission because it's very dark. All the lights are out. So we'll see. So reading temporal fluctuations and triolic energy in these levels of the stations. Staying down here for too long could be hazardous. The interference also may make it difficult to contact the ship or to use the transporters if we need to send for additional warriors. This level primarily contains power junctions and EPS conduits for the rooms above us. We need to reach the maintenance lift and take that down to the computer core. Okay, so after this it's all dark, so you have to collect the lights. This box of emergency supplies isn't just lying around. Balan probably bartered with the Nausicaan pirates for it. I recognize these flashlight drones, hands-free hover system. Huh? Okay. And programmed to shift to the response of your movements, not the most reliable design. Okay, so they've actually changed it from a palm beacon. Oh. Pretty sure it used to be a palm bit. That is pretty awesome. Let's see if they have it in there. No lights there. Okay, that's different. Okay, so triolic waves. There must be Denivians nearby. I expect that we will see more as we approach the area with the greatest concentration of triolic energy, sir. I'm also picking up some indications, indeterminate, and tripping over my own words. So I'm also picking up some intermediate readings from behind the door to our left. However, the interference from the triolic waves are making it hard to get accurate scans at a distance. Okay, I'll just zoom in a little bit. So looks like this door is stuck, sir. We'll have to find another way around. One of these side maintenance passages should have an alternate route.
Enemy target on sensor.
It's gonna fall down here somewhere. There we go. Again, I scan everything. Every little piece helps.
Enemy target on sensor. Flanking damage detected.
The Denivians are definitely getting more aggressive. They could have a lair somewhere in the lower levels. If they do, they'll become increasingly more violent as we approach. We must be ready for battle. The synchronic proton rifle should have a significant effect against the Denivians, and the proton beam mode will be especially effective while the Denivians are in shifted phase. Okay, so that's that weapon we collected that I forgot to actually equip on someone, so I'm just going to give it to one of my random... Is it this one? That's it, so I'll just give it to... Oh, wait a minute, he's got the set, doesn't he? Oh, no, he doesn't. Awesome. Just give you that. Okay, so let's just keep heading around. Someone's put the lift on emergency lockdown. We'll have to override the lockdown code to access it. That should do it, but I do not understand why someone would lock down the lift in the first place. Sir, we need to be wary. There may be a saboteur at work here. This isn't the computer core level. Sir, it appears that the lift is stuck. We're somewhere on the maintenance level for environmental controls and waste recycling. We need to track down the damaged junctions on this floor and repair or bypass them before we can take the lift to the computer core level. I thought there were more of them. Yeah, there should be capped in the door. We're locked in. Should be a work pad. There it is.
Log entry supplemental. The strange power fluctuations are related to the problems in the power subsystems on the upper decks. So I'm looking into the possibility of feedback damage or spikes in the environmental systems. It could take some time to find the problem and make repairs, though. Particularly if I need to use the replicators to create replacement components. Balan is loath to allow use of the replicators for anything more than blood wine and Gramillion sand peas. This is dirty, uncomfortable, and thoroughly disagreeable work. Naturally, as soon as the job involves mucking around in the recycled atmosphere and waste processing, I get the short straw.
From memory, there are 3 different pads to collect. Where are they again? Oh, there's an idol.
Enemy targets on sensor.
Hello? Is someone out there? Please, help me!
That voice is coming from the communications console on the wall, Captain.
Hello? Is
Who is this?
Please, you have to help me. I came down here to check on one of the atmosphere regulators, and someone shot me.
Who shot you?
I'm not sure. I didn't get a good look. He was so fast. Please, you have to find a way to open this door and get me out of here.
I'm activating the manual override. Try to reach the lever release.
Oh, prophets, no. He's back. No. Ah!
Multiple phaser burns and contusions, so this woman was murdered. The wounds are still warm. She was killed just a few seconds ago. This room has no other entrances or exits, and the transporter disruption would prevent anyone from beaming in or out. Whoever did this was somehow able to sneak into the room and kill this woman without us ever seeing anything suspicious. Hook spiders. Okay, it's the other pad.
Log entry supplemental. I've upgraded a few of the components on this level, including remote overrides for bleed valves on environment controls, hollow emitters to expedite further repairs, and security overrides in case of emergency. I'm starting to suspect that the low-level radiation I've detected on these decks has affected the station inhabitants, and that some are showing signs of transient acute schizophrenia and paranoia. I'll have to maintain contact silence for now, so that they don't interfere while I'm trying to repair the systems. Once I've corrected the problems causing the radiation leaks, we can deal with the symptoms. Log entry supplemental. My work here will take far longer than I originally anticipated. Fortunately, I've engaged a safety interlock on the maintenance lift, so no one will come down here without me knowing about it. I found several program errors that have purged the affected subroutines. The work is much easier now. Soon, everything will be under control.
Okay, there was something else that was... What was that? Oh, that's the maintenance. I think there was something else that was green over here. Nope. Okay, my bad. Let's get out.
Mannequin, mannequin, I see you. Mannequin, mannequin, what will you do?
Oh, this is plasma, that's why I'm not running into it. You actually get hit points. You can actually survive it, it's not that dangerous, but you actually take damage from walking through it. There you actually take damage.
Mannequin, mannequin, dress all in red.
Okay,
Mannequin,
attacked.
mannequin,
Essentially, didn't they? My little bunny cat.
To halt my work, change my program. You will not survive to perform such tricks here. Oh, no, my pretty mannequin.
Okay, so I better start shooting before I actually die. I can't actually see where I... Oh, I did die, okay. If you're wondering where these drop things came from, you actually get attacked by the Davidians at the same time as this dude. I just wanted to... Okay, a malfunctioning hologram, no wonder. Petrolic energy would have degraded his program and caused instability, and the Davidians didn't bother it because it had no neural energy for them to feed up. I thought I misread that. So it looks like the encryption key for the door might correspond to the subroutine embedded in the hologram's mobile emitter. We should be able to use it to open the door. Mobile emitters are still rare outside of Starfleet and the Klingon Defense Force captain. The stuff here must have spent quite a lot of latinum to obtain one. If you ask me, the land might be selling more than drinks and Darbo. It would be best if someone like Kamen kept an eye on him. Click that. Okay. I thought there were 3 pads. Must have just been the 2. Okay. So this is like the first half. Now there should be a lower level. This is it. We've made it to the computer core level. On the station, the core itself is down a long ramp area. Past some regulator rooms, we should head there as quickly as possible. Another locked door. This one doesn't seem to have any special codes. We should be able to open it from the secondary security console just down the hallway. Okay, you get attacked by some Denuvians here as well. Yeah, do they attack now or when? Oh, yeah.
Enemy targets on sensor. You gotta scan the corpse. There we go. So this person is from the 23rd century. The Nubians must be bringing the victims through time. We have to stop them before they're responsible for any other deaths that could disrupt the timeline. Okay. It's just around the corner here. Oh, back up there. There we go. Illusion. If I recall the details of this sort of station correctly, so the computer core usually has intrusion countermeasures defenses to prevent enemies from stealing or saboteuring critical computer elements. Perhaps with your technical training, you could reactivate those defenses to assist in fighting the Denuvian incursion. So there you go, he's a tactical officer, so if you're a science captain, there might be a different option. Oop. This appears to be the regulator room for the computer core's power system. The Denuvians are probably leeching power from the station to keep their gate active. We could use this console to set up a power spike that we could trigger near the computer core, which might disrupt the Denuvians and their gate. Enemy targets on sensor.
don't know if it's been such a long time that I don't remember it, or if these lights are better, because I'm pretty sure it was darker than this last time I played it. This looks like a field control station for the lower levels of the station. We could set up a field system here so that we can activate them in the computer core area to counteract the Davidians' phasing ability. That should push them out of sync with our universe. Okay, I think it's the last room, so we're almost at the end of the mission here. Oh, I'm gonna get knocked out. One on the Cardassian ship didn't take this long to take down. Okay. Okay, so the Nivian's time portal heads back to the 23rd century. We cannot safely use it, but we need to find a way to destroy it so that the Nivians cannot alter history any further. Once we get readings on the portal, we should take them back to Ganalda Station. The analysis there may be able to give us better readings than we can get with our questionable tricorders. Okay, so another item here. And then there's something around the back here we have to do. The distortion from the portal is intense here, and it's difficult to process all of this information. We should at least be able to compensate enough to use transporters again. Our scanners do not have the processing power to make sense of this data. We need to take it back to the Ganalda station for analysis. Okay, do I have to go back there or not? Yeah, looks like I'm going back to Ganalda Station. Okay, let's beam out. Let's go to space. And let's get back to that station. Okay, so I did collect all this stuff as well before I started filming, just so I could quickly get into the video. I did go up in our level, so I should have 6 specialization points. There you go. So I need 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 30 points to max this out. So when you're approaching this system, you're not actually going for the star, you're going for the planet here. So as long as you're within, I think it's 0.7 light years of it, you should be able to activate the cutscene. So we'll just head forward a bit until they activate their docking procedure. Okay. So then we rest. So this is the time you had to go to this computer console. Temporal fluctuations based on triolic phase shifting technology. Approximate date of incursion. I'm not sure what that is. DIS. Probably like a year or something. 2093 Federation. Probably Klingon year is 2093. Federation year is 2265. Fluctuations tied to presence of entangled triolic generating matter. Source unknown. Rate of triolic energy incursion increasing. Portal accessible during resonance peak through application of phase energy discharge, phaser disruptor, or other energy projectile. Okay, so let's report back.
Now that we know the approximate time of the Davidian infiltration of the past, I see no other option than to send a team there to engage them directly. I will need to make many preparations. Prepare your crew for battle, and wait for my signal.
Okay. I'll collect this.
Everything we do is for the Empire.
Okay, let's go back to the episode and see if there's
It's
another...
clear that the Davidians are more of a problem than
There
we
you
initially
go.
thought.
You can get more stuff, so I'm
We
going to
know they're
accept
in the
this
neutral.
and play it. Okay, so that's that mission over and done with. I'm going to, again, play it another 3 times at least to get those other rewards, because I like to collect every single thing. So what I'm going to do is... Got to put that on a person. You leave any tribbles here, it will actually eat the food in your inventory and breed. So you want to try to get rid of the tribbles as fast as possible. If you can't sell them or get to a bank to sell them, you just put them into a character slot, and they shouldn't breed that way. Okay, so where were we? We got this from the last one. So since playing this mission itself, we've collected all this, an entire run of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 different items. Then we got 2 of these and 3 of those, and possibly some more of this stuff up here. So just doing that one mission, we got all this stuff from picking up all the loot crates. And again, you can sell it, you can use it, you can do all sorts of things. So it's really important that you collect as much as possible. Again, we're starting at level 65, but for a ensign that starts at level 1, you really need to collect as much as you can. So by the time you get to level 65, you've got enough credits. We did actually sell a few more things from the exchange. Well, there you go, 227,000 credits. I think we're down like 40 or something. So we've actually gone up over 150,000 credits. You know, it's gone right up. We'll refine that. There we go. And again, I'm not using any of these points just yet. I'm just like collecting and showing you all about them. Again, any comments, any suggestions on a particular playthrough, please leave the comments down below, and I'll see if I can do a video on them. I am planning on possibly doing a sector, or a quadrant by quadrant sort of video. I won't go sector by sector by sector, but I'll go by the quadrants and I'll show you important systems. So as you zoom in, you'll see that there are certain systems highlighted, but when you're in that sector, it's not just those 2 stars, there are several stars within that sector, so it's only the ones that are important that I'll go to. With these two sectors in particular, there are a lot of star bases, like the two we're doing the missions on. I'm more than happy to do a tour of those star bases. So you can see here, this is where we're doing the mission. This is where we're doing the research. But you can also see there's two other star bases here. So I'm more than happy to do a walkthrough of the star bases. So I just need people to make suggestions about which particular star bases to do. There's more star bases here. There's Riser, which again, I probably will leave Riser till we have a Riser event, and then I'll go through the events and other things. Every couple of months there are certain events that happen, so I'm more than happy to wait for those to happen before I do a particular video on something. Pajem is near Vulcan, right there, Vulcan, so I'm more than happy to do a Vulcan walkthrough. I'm pretty sure that's in the episodes. Okay, nope. Why are these? Cool, man. These must have been standalone missions that have been shoved into the order, because I'm pretty sure that there are a lot more than two. I think the Vulcan episode mission is for Federation players only, so I think it might be like the training one before you get into all the other ones, because these are the ones that are for all characters, and then you got the two up the top here which are for the jem'hadar, so there'll be something up here for like the Klingons, the Romulans and the Federation, and then they all share this. So this... Okay, so they don't have it. Okay, so the Gamma Quadrant 1 is actually how the jem'hadar enter to the last missions for the Federation and Klingons. So you wouldn't actually be playing that mission. So the very last mission, which I can't remember what it's called. Dang it, I'm bad with names. My brain is such a mess. Okay, well that's the end of this video. Again, any ideas on playing particular missions? If you want me to go back and play a mission I've already played, an episode, because you want to see how it's done a different way, I'm more than happy to do that. But really the only difference is sometimes a science captain will have a different option from a tactical or engineering. Apart from that, it's pretty much going to be the same mission throughout. So yeah. Any suggestions, any ideas on how to do a particular playthrough, I'm more than happy to take suggestions. That's it for this video, and I'll see you in the next one.